What is up, everybody? Strong Lead Hook and Grizzy here, back with some PoE 2 and Black Myth Wukong. I sort of have a rant for everybody today regarding PoE 2 and just some of the annoying, non-incentivizing systems in the game. I really did my best to give this game a chance, but so many things about it is just incredibly frustrating. But before that, Grizzy, tell us what you got going on today.
So I'm playing Black Myth Wukong now. I'm really enjoying the game. It's been fun. This particular moment, I am through chapter 2, but I'm going back to do some side content. This particular side content, I could have ran into by accident during a boss fight right here if he had broke the wall, but he didn't. So I had to look this up because there's another door I'm trying to get through, and I need what's behind this wall to get there. So I did have to look this up, but I'm going to go do a couple things, and yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, and my rant is related to the fact that in the Trials of Sechamus, and you PoE 2 players will know this, first of all, the drops for the Ascendancy Point coins is atrociously low. It is super, super low. So it took me a long time, hours and hours of playing for me to get 5 coins. Now, if I fail the trial, I lose the coin. Thus, I lose the opportunity to gain skill points. How did the devs think that this was a good idea, right? Other games, when I lose, I am incentivized to keep trying. I want to keep playing, and I want to keep trying, and I like the challenge, but I am not gonna engage in a mechanic that takes the opportunity for me to play in the first place. I really gave this game a fair shot. I really did. But devs, GGG, you have no one to blame but yourself. You have no one. You created. In what universe did you think that this was a good idea? To heavily, like, what sadistic inclination did you have when you created this mechanic, the Trial of Sechamus, right? I get the challenge, I get it, and I enjoy it. But if I lose my coin, if I fail the trials, I lose my coin. Why would you think that is a good idea? To take away the opportunity to engage with a certain mechanic, and then make the drop rates for the coins so low that it took me hours and hours of playing to specifically farm for the Trial of Sechamus coin or whatever. I do not feel bad that the PoE 2 community is migrating to Last Epoch. I sympathize with PoE 2. Tried to defend it as best as I could anyway. I mean, you're not giving me a whole lot to work with anyways. Now you might be asking, okay, so why am I still playing? Well, because I have somewhere to be at 5 and I only have time to play for like a couple hours, and then I'm gonna lift weights. I'm gonna make a whole separate video about my rant. This is not over, not by a long shot. And the Trial of Sechamus, that game mode, it sucks. It sucks. No one likes it. No one likes Trial of Sechamus, Triple G. No one likes it. Trial of Chaos, pretty good, right? The Trial of Sechamus and the Trial of Chaos, you can tell it was made by 2 completely different people. The Trial of Chaos guy, whoever came up with that idea, I'd like to meet him and shake his hand. Trial of Secamus, whoever made it, you've got some introspection to do. I've never seen a game that literally takes the opportunity for you to engage with a mechanic that they put in the game. That is fucking stupid. Imagine in Elden Ring, like if you fail a boss, you cannot fight the boss again until about 20 hours. Like if you lose to Malenia, you have to wait and keep playing for another 20 hours to fight Malenia again. Imagine if that's how that was, right? But you know what? I'm done with this rant for now. There's actually a lot of good news in our lives. In our personal lives, a lot of good news, a lot of good things happening. So I'm done with this for now. Not gonna ruin my day because a couple of people didn't have their shit together. And as you can see, Wiz is getting down on some Black Myth Wukong. Heard nothing but good things about that game. Y'all check out his gameplay on his channel.
I thought I was doing good, but I just got my ass handed to me.
So what am I gonna do now if I'm not gonna do PoE 2? There's actually a bunch of games that I wanted to play. Blasphemous 2, Lords of the Fallen. We still have to finish Neo 2. I was also wanting to try Ender Lilies, and I've been watching the gameplay on No Rest for the Wicked, which is a true Souls-like ARPG, by the way, unlike some games are just a pale imitation. Not naming any names, but. Imagine if that's how it was in Elden Ring. Like if I went to Leyndell and I died at Leyndell, I would now have to wait for another 20 hours before I can go back to Leyndell. Right, it would be fine if I could get the coin back, the Jin Barya coins for the Trial of Secamus. If I got it back, if I died, fine, you know, but if I got my coin back, that's a whole lot better. Because now I'm just not gonna play, I'm just not gonna engage with that part of the game, because if I continue to engage in it and I continue to die, I'm gonna run out of points, right? That mechanic is horrible. And if you're selling stash tabs to people, if that's the part of the game that's monetized, is the stash tabs. Why would you make the loot drops so atrociously low? Why would I need more stash tabs? Everything you're dropping is shit. You're not dropping what I need, and everything you do drop is shit. I play for 20 hours, and then Triple G takes a big fucking shit on my hand. Why would I engage with that mechanic? pardon the language. But yeah, that's it for now. Where would you say you are in this game, Grizzy? About middle, beginning, or?
I've just started chapter 3 as far as the story progression goes, and as far as I understand, there's 6 chapters, so I'm about a third of the way done.
I guarantee they're gonna have a DLC for this game.
They're already working on it. It's supposed to release this year.
Did they give a date?
No. Get up there. Alright, that took a second.
See this right here? I
What's
used to
that?
have 6. No, I was talking about my items.
I see.
I used to have 6 of these. Now I only have 4. Because the 2, I tried to use them, and I died both times. Which is, you know, it's supposed to be challenging. I get it, right? Because my character is gonna get a whole lot of power. There's a lot of, I'm making a big power boost. But if you take away the opportunity for me to try it again, then that's just a bad mechanic. You're not incentivizing me to play, because why would I continue to play this? Because if I play it and I die again, then I will lose my coin. So what I'm gonna do is not play it, because I am taking a risk in losing my coin, if that makes any sense. And you know, we tried to give them a pass, the community, and said, yeah, at least they're listening to the players. At least they're listening to the players. No, the Trial of Secamus, people have been complaining about it since the very beginning, and they haven't done a single fucking thing about it. So at this point, I think I cannot say that they are listening to the player base. You know, you make your drop rates terrible. Why would I buy more stash tabs? See, I wasn't even excited about this unique. I knew it was gonna be shitty. I knew it was gonna be terrible. I'm gonna get my hopes up. When it comes to this game, if you're playing this game, don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up when it comes to this game. Dropping a bunch of junk. Armor still sucks. I mean... But anyways, sorry about that, Grizz. I'm not trying to
You're frustrated.
invade.
Just, yeah. It sounds like they ruined the game. We talked about it.
Yeah, it went from probably the best ARPG ever made to the worst out right now. This is the fastest downfall I've seen a game. This is the hardest, fastest downfall I've ever seen on a game. I don't think they can patch it up. I was thinking about this last night. Like, they can patch it up as much as they can. You know, they could buff some things here and there, nerf something. They can nerf and buff and nerf and buff, and that's all they're gonna be able to do. The game sucks because it sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. That's probably an unfair thing to say, but the issues in the game are fundamental. The issues with the game are at its fundamental core. You know, you could buff some things, you could nerf some things, you can add more content to the game, but the issues are with the core fundamentals. One of the main mechanics in your game does not incentivize the player to keep playing because we're going to lose the opportunity to keep playing it again. Why would I... And you're giving people coins that don't grant you ascendancy points. Why would I do that? If it's not going to increase my power, why would I do it? Why would I play it? Right? Only a limited amount of these drop. And I have been collecting these since I started playing the game. How many hours is that? 300-400 hours? In 300-400 hours, this is all I've gotten. And if I keep playing, I am going to lose them. And if I keep losing them, then my character is going to be stuck in the same level of power. That's nonsense. I'm not a game developer, but even I see that that's bad. Imagine in Elden Ring, if Malenia kills you, you can't fight her for another 20 or 50 hours. You cannot try again.
Oh shit, yeah.
No, I'll do you one better. Malenia beats you, right? Now the next time you fight Malenia, even if you kill her all the way, life bar goes all the way to 0, she is actually not dead. Oh, and you don't get any souls. You don't get any runes. You get nothing.
Well, technically, you don't get no runes from her anyway if you make her weapons.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying you get nothing. You don't get the Malenia, the rune. You don't get nothing. Nothing. So Triple G, you can buff and nerf things all day. You could put in you could put in some fucking frosting here and there. You could give a little. You could wet our beaks every once in a while. You can get us excited every couple months. But the issues with the game are at the core fundamentals. It is at its core. It is at its center. I would cut your losses and just release the game as it is. I would... You gotta know, I've always said, you gotta know when to hold them and you gotta know when to fold them. I would cut your losses at this point. People are so incredibly negative with this game. Even your own supporters, your own player base is leaving. I know of maybe one content creator that is still defending you. And you know, it's not like I didn't know about it. Of course I knew that, you know, if you die during the Trial of Secamus, you lose your coins or whatever. Yeah, sure. But I didn't pay it no mind because I was like, well, that's not really a problem. I'll deal with it. Was one of those things where I'll deal with it when I get there. I'll deal with the problem when I get there. And this is the life cycle of this game. When people look back on this game, this is gonna be that game that, you know, you buff some things here and there, you nerf some things here and there. Frosting. That's all it is. You'll buff some things here and there, they'll nerf some things here and there. You know, they'll put out the patch notes, we'll get excited for a little bit, and like, oh man, here we go, PoE 2 is back. Nope. Triple G, if you're listening to this, if people die during Trial of Secamus, give us back our fucking coins. Give us back our fucking coins. You know your drop rates are shitty. I toiled for these things here. Right? I toiled for them, played 300 hours to get them, and then now if I die, you're gonna take them away. That is not fun. I don't know what kind of masochistic bullshit y'all are on, but I'm gonna let you know, it is not fun. Whoever had the idea for Trial of Chaos and the Trial of Secamus are two completely different people, unless you have fucking bipolar. And from a business perspective, if I was a game dev and I make my money from people buying storage and stash tabs, I would improve my drop rates. People would now, you know what I'm saying? Like from a, if because that's how they make their money. You know, the game is free. The game is free, right? So how do they make their money? They sell storage and stash tabs. But if you're dropping nothing but shitty items, then people have no reason to buy stash tabs. People have no reason to buy them. Why would I buy storage? You know? And like I said, you know, well, why are you still playing the game? Well, because I got somewhere to be in a couple hours. And plus, we wanted to make this video real quick. Black Myth Wukong. And I wanted to get the first half of my rant out of the way. And it doesn't matter if the game is in early access. I'm having a hard time believing that that y'all thought this was a good idea.
Let's go. I'll say in the game I'm playing right now, like your pickups are interesting. It's definitely based around doing certain builds, and I do like it. I do because now I can go with a specific build, but it also gives you the chance to respec all your points if you want to. Um, Reset and try a different build.
Like, what could you do?
Oh, I can
Like some
reset
examples.
all my perk points. I can reset over here. For instance, this self advance right here. The spark is what you get to level up, and leveling. This is the level tree right here. But you got this is your character. Then you got your staff. Your staff's got its own leveling. Mysticism is your magic. Right now, I only have immobilize, which works great for me. I'm sure there's others. Um, Alteration, I don't use this much, but it is very convenient. And so cloud steps, like you disappear and you can walk in the shadow. They can't hit you while you do that. And then when you want, you can reappear and hit them from behind or something. I haven't used rock solid, but rock solid is like you can turn into a rock and you can parry their attacks if you time it correctly. So I haven't used it yet. Strand is I can call on enemies of my own. I can summon decoys to fight with me for a moment. And transformation is a beast I can transform into, and I can level every single thing right there you saw. I can level up. Some of it I haven't even leveled at all. Most of it actually. And I can go back and respec every bit of that and work on whatever builds I want to do in this game. So it's pretty cool in that aspect. It is. I like it.
I see the categories: stamina, martial arts, and survival.
Yeah.
What is what is that about?
Well, stamina is like your stamina you would think of uh, a Souls game. But so this
Okay,
one,
okay.
for instance, this one, each talent level moderately reduces stamina cost of sprinting. So when you sprint, it costs less stamina. This one reduces the cost of dodging, so it costs less stamina. And then they got all kinds of perks that go along with that if you want to level your stamina specifically. Your martial arts is just your fighting with the stick, your quick attacks, and this is one I don't use much, but it does have its place. I just haven't found it in mine. Survival is the meat of your character, so I have his health up a lot, and I have his defense up a lot right now. But there's stamina over here too, where it increases your stamina a lot. Critical hit. What's that? The 4 banes is like the elements. If you want better defense towards the elements, so they have a lot. And I'm about to start working down here on attack. Actually, I'm gonna level this up right now. And I'm gonna start getting my attack leveled up. Now, some of these lower ones take 2 spark points, but that's okay for me. And then yeah, I got my magic in itself. Yeah, I did show it. It did pop up on the other one. So yeah, I do like that. It's really good in that.
That sounds pretty legit, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't. The game doesn't get, and the game's hard, so you can't just go do whatever build you want and think you're going to go kill everything. Even though it's RPG, the build does matter. Like I had to respec for the boss at the end of chapter 2, and really, I still had to learn their moveset. Like I really had to learn their moveset and use everything that I had at my availability to beat the second boss. And there's plenty of bosses too. I think they took some. I don't know. I like it.
You were saying that it was a lot like God of War. It's closer to God of War.
Yeah, it's closer
You
to
were
being a
saying
hack and
earlier.
slash than a Souls game. It is closer to being, but it takes a skill level. It's not not just going to go hack and slash your way through this. It's going to take a skill level.
How does the move set come into play? Like, do you have to dodge or
Oh no, you have to.
are you blocking or?
You'll attack the enemy. You have a light attack, a strong attack. Yes, you're gonna have to dodge. There is no shield. You have to dodge everything. Your dodging timing matters. The perfect dodge is a thing in this. So dodge and attack, and using your magic because you don't have unlimited magic. Uh, and Yep, all that stuff just matters. And you don't have unlimited health either. Like right now, I can heal 5 times before I'm out of my I forget what they call it. It's we would think of it as a flask in a Souls game, but it's not a flask. It's a gourd. A gourd. So
Does can you level up your health, your heals and stuff like that?
Yep, absolutely. You can. Yep. And they have different variations of that as well. You can level up your max health, your the amount of health you get back from your gourd. There's health generation in this if you play a certain style. There's a lot of different ways. If you think about it, you can probably play that way. Yes. All right. I need to real quick just. They have different staffs in the game. Like I can get another one right now, but it's going to cost a lot of money. And the staffs have different perks, whether it's elemental or just I can't remember what the other one was right now. Your gear. Your gear.
What's the difference between the staffs?
Oh, hang on, I'll show you in a second. Your gear has different abilities, along with it just being better upgraded gear. Like one of the gear is like it performs better if you're in water, as far as like stamina regeneration and stuff like that. Your staffs, for instance, let me go here. This would be the best way to do it. So, craft weapons, and you can craft armor. All right. In this case, I started off with a willow wood staff. All right. Then I upgraded that to the wind bear staff, and on that one, you can see considerable increase the critical hit chance of the unveiling strike of Cloud Step. All right. So that's a move you do, and when you do that move and you come back and you hit them, you'll get extra critical considerability for that. With the one that I was using recently, moderately increases the damage of light attack combo finishers. The effect is massively enhanced when fighting in water. And the one I'm using now, the 4th move of light attack combo and mobile staff spin, can stir up a whirlwind of sand, increase attack range and damage. So they all have different things. And this one over here that I want to use in a little bit, I gotta get some money. Considerable increase the damage dealt by pillar stance move. So if I'm in a certain stance, it's going to increase the damage on this one. Your
Does the moveset change with the
Not particularly. You do have different stances, but even in the stance, what changes is your power hit. Your light attacks stay the same as far as I can tell, but your power hit, that changes like completely. Like for instance, I'll show you right now. In one of my stances, put it in right now. In one of my stances, I got it set. Oh. He'll do a 3-hit combo, and another one. Oh, dang it. Oh yeah, that's why. I was sitting here thinking, why can't I do it? I reset my character's specs, and now I don't have it. I actually don't have his other stances spec'd right now at all. But in one of his stances, he'll put his staff in the ground, and he'll sit on top of it. And while you're on top of it, nothing can hit you underneath. And then he can come hammering down with a big hit. And then he's got a thrusting stance as well, where he'll thrust the staff into the enemy. And all those can be upgraded in multiple ways. So So yeah, there's just a lot going on in this game. They took the time to make the leveling aspect of it really great.
Hmm. Okay. Can you farm in that game, or do you have to farm, or is there anything like that? Is there a
Wait,
mechanic?
say it again.
Is there a do you have to farm in that game, or can you farm in that game?
Oh yeah, I spent a lot of today farming in order to not only just build my character, but to beat the boss of Chapter 2, I needed to farm. And farming can do different things. I can make potions, I can farm for money, or I can farm for this special item. These guys actually drop them, which I can go trade into a guy to upgrade my permanent stats. What I was upgrading was my defensive ability, but there's just so many ways to level in this game, and yeah, they really done a great job with anything RPG player would want. This game's really got it. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say right there. I just got a spark for that, finishing him off. What a lot of people complained about that I saw, and I can understand it, is the enemies. It's like the enemies, the difficulty gap between enemies. Like you might fight an enemy, it's like, okay, he was tough, but it was okay. And then right after that, I mean, the next fight after that, you're fighting a boss, and he's just tearing you apart, and you're like, what just happened there? The spike in difficulty is all over the place. I can honestly say that. I'm okay with it because I've been playing games like this for a long time, but I can see why people would put the game down based off that alone. And the boss at the end of Chapter 2 was the first time I felt like I was like, oh, I have to go level up, or I'm not going to be able to beat this guy.
Yeah, I'd heard about sudden spikes in the difficulty of that game, which I mean, it did seem like it was a problem, but overall, people are pretty happy with the game. That game was definitely a successful release, and it has stood the test of time too. You know, that game came out, it's been about a year now, or has it been less?
No, I think April 20th was a year. That's why they're saying DLC is coming out. It's just a matter of when. And some people thought it was going to drop on April 20th. Or no, it wasn't April. It was October of last year. It wasn't April. I'm sorry. It was like October of last year, September. And some people think there is DLC coming out, as far as I know. And okay, that's what the talk was. There was talk that the DLC will come out at the year to date that the game got made. Or got released, not made. But look, if you're a hardcore RPG fan and you like action RPG and you like hardcore gameplay, yeah, this game's gonna have everything you need. Even when you get frustrated, the perks for getting through it, the rewards, as you say, and all that, yeah, they're on par with what you would want.
Yeah, it doesn't punish you for at least trying. Right, you can get punished for losing, and you should try again, but there's not much point if it punishes you for trying.
And then it is maps, so I'll show you right now. Man, what do you got to sand? So this is the map of the second area, and this is the whole area, and it's pretty massive. It might not look that big, but it's pretty massive for an area. And this is the map for the first area. Same thing. It was pretty massive. And that's with all, as far as I know, all the secret stuff's open. And the third area, I'm in it, but you have to find the map. You have to buy it or find it, and I haven't found it yet. And yeah, I'm actually going to go back and fight that boss in a minute, because why not? I got a few minutes. But yeah, that's actually what I'll do right now. I will go fight him. No, don't do that. Alright. I forget how to make it to him. Okay. Okay, how do I... So this is the hard part. I can't remember how to... Hang on, let me see here. Travel. Oh, there we go, the newness. Okay, so in order to travel right now, I have to travel from a one of these spots. I forget what they're called. Where are they? I remember when the game was coming out, this was one of the things they showed as far as like showing off the game. So this is something a lot of people had seen. And I saw this game a couple of years before I actually bought it. I mean, before it actually came out. So. Damn it. I was actually doing pretty good against him. Oh yeah. And then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm about to use all these potions. I'll read through them real quick. That good. upon use, considerably increases damage, considerably increases maximum health, moderately increases attack for a long time, and increases critical hit chance. And I can stack all of those. And they last for a little bit. I don't know the exact time, but hey, let's go ahead. And these are easily farmable items. Shit. Oh, man. Oh, I'm gonna die now. Come on. One more hit. Come on.
Gotcha. You gotcha.
Yeah, it was literally one hit. And he got me first. I think I'm gonna beat him in this video. I'm pretty close to beating him actually. Alright, let's do this again.
again.
Come on, come on. So I'm not going to change my build, but I know that move where he's throwing lightning on the ground, if I had the staff move where I can sit on top of my staff, he can't hit me at all. And I'm not changing my build because I'm comfortable with it right now, and I know I'm close to beating him anyway. Come on, come on. Got it. Yeah. All right.
Just in time. You did it again. You did the thing again where you beat the boss as the video was ending.
Yeah, it's always nice. I enjoy it.
You have chosen your way. This time, there will be no easy way out.
As well as staying sharp. And then, yeah, this game has a lot of lore. So if you really want to read up on lore and that's your thing, this game has a lot of it. And it goes into a lot of detail on that.
Yeah, it's based on like a Chinese mythology.
Let's see here. Got 2 minutes to look at some of this stuff. Digest. I can get 2 different staffs. Alright, folks, this video is about over. It was fun. I'm glad I could do a couple things for you. Strongly Hook, are you going to be moving on to another game, or?
Yeah, more than likely. I'm just gonna move on to another game. There's still a bunch of games that I'd like to play, and it's a waste of time. But yeah, thanks for listening to my rant. If you were able to sit through the whole thing. But yeah, it's a giant waste of time, and I'm not saying that because I'm upset about a mechanic in the game. The reason why I'm saying that is because it is an actual waste of time. You know, you are wasting the player's time, and they know it. The player base knows it. It's not a secret. But yeah.
They play games to have fun, not get frustrated. Well, you do get frustrated in games, but that's some of the fun in it, not to. Anyway, 5 seconds. Have a blessed day, folks.
Bye.